Mangwanani akanaka vedare. Tinokuchingamidzai zvekare kune chimwe chirongwa pano paZim Facebook Secrets and Confessions. Tadzoka zvekare nemamwe mamessages. Rekedzai tibva tapinda mumamessages edu atadzoka takakubatirai. Message yedu yekutanga yakamira sekudai so. Hanzi makadi zvenyu mukoma, ndinokumbirawo kuti munge muchindiposterawo nyaya yangu makavika chitupa changu. Ini mukoma, I am a 36-year-old woman. So ndakatoendawo kuuniversity and all of that. But sezvo munongoziva kuti munyika medu mabasa anenge achitonetsa. So nemadegree angu ndakabva ndazocrossawo ndikabva ndazoya kuSouth Africa. Ipapo pandakauya kuSouth Africa ndainge ndine murume wangu, but I was struggling to get a job. So ndakabva ndazoitawo luck and I then started working at this other supermarket. So ndakati ndichishanda kusupermarket kuya then vakabva vazoti vainge vachida kurenovate, vainge vachida kuisa ma-aircon, a new air conditioner. That was when I met one guy, naiyewo ainge achibva kuZim, but ainge achishanda nevamwe varume vanobva kuMozambique. So ndakabva ndangomufarira. I don't even know why. I just felt something for him because taiti tikatarisana zvezvo dzimwe nguva taingoramba takatarisana then tobva tatongosmila at each other. So I was so happy when he approached me. Ndobva azondikumbira mafone numbers angu. Nekukasika ndakabva ndatomupa mafone numbers angu. Then the following weekend, me and him, we then went out. Then tikabva tatanga kunwa and we just drank some alcohol. And then I returned back home. At that time, mukoma, I had already started drinking because of some of the stresses that my ex-husband had put me through. So that is how we started dating. We dated, I think, for about 2 months. So takati data for nearly 2 months. That was when he told me, Kuti, you are too beautiful and I don't want to lose you. Saka, I'm going to be strong. So I was like, what does this guy mean, Kuti? He's going to be strong because already panguva icho iyoyo iye ainge asina passport. So mari yake yose yange ichitopindira mukadhi rangu remukuru. And I said, you are trying your level best. Zvinhu zvakatongoomera everyone. Everyone is just crying because of the economy. So I don't expect that you are going to fly to the moon and bring down the moon for me. I am happy with everything that you are doing. Because since this guy ainge asina any bank account, zvatainge takaita ndezvekuti ainge akapa murungu wake ma-banking details angu. Saka mari yose yainge ichingopinda mu-account mangu. Then ndaizoti paipai kana mari yapinda mu-account mangu, then ndobva ndazomupa, asi ndaitanga ndamubvunza. Then iye aibva anditi saka kana kuri kunzi kwapinda 7,000 iwe uchitora 3.5, then wobva wandipawo 3.5. So I was okay with it, handidi kungonyeperai. And I was saying that finally I have met a man who cared for me, because as for my 2 daughters, I had dated like my ex-husband. He was once a married man. So then the guy, when I fell pregnant for the first time, everything was okay. But the second time, since tainge tambwa pa separation, akava ati hey wakandichita. So even right now, there's still a big issue. Anoti hey paipai patikamboenda pa separation, why is it patakazongo ita get back together, then you fell pregnant, so you cheated like on me. So when we came here patakazorambana manje, that was when I decided to stay alone and I did not want to date anyone. And pose pandainge ndichiti I want some money so that I can buy the baby clothes. Iye aiva ati unouya kumba kwangu, then kana wauya kumba kwangu ndobva ndazokupa mari. So ndo zvakazokonzeresa kuti ndinge ndichizobata pamoveri tisatatanga futi kugara tose zvekare, because at that time, even though I was on my family planning pills, but all of a sudden I felt pregnant. So when I told him that I was pregnant, akava ati akuna zvinhu zvakadaro, you cheated on me. So my babies, they look like they are twins because I fell pregnant whilst I was still breastfeeding ndichitoyamwisa. So I then decided to let him go. I had dated some guys before and it was not working. so ndichiuya kunoku ndakabva ndati zvemazimbabwe handichadi, zviri nani kuti ndinge ndichimbozama kudata eNigerian. Saka ndainge ndakambodata eNigerian guy, but the problem was muchindo wacho aingogara akatsamwa at all the times. Why he was always angry, I didn't even know. So this guy, when I met him, the way that he was so soft, even right now, he is too soft so much that he can melt your heart instantly. In the way that he is soft, it is like very complicated. So that is what I liked about him. Then as we were dating, he then took me out. This was in January when he took me out, because at the beginning of this year, ndopatakatanga kudate January, February. Then somewhere in March, that was when he said that he needed to pull up his socks so that he can keep me. In April, we then moved in together, because ndakataura neimwe friend yangu akabva anditi, there is no reason for you not to move in with him. This is what my friend said. She said that naiyo ainge achitoshuvirawo kutoti anga achidanana neuyo akazova murume wangu, the guy who can just give you all of his money and say that iwe utanga waita budget then ozoona kuti unondipa mari. So I did not want him to get stolen, because vanhu vekuti vanongogara vari motikari vachingotravela all around South Africa doing their job. So I was scared that maybe aikwanisa kuzosangana a desperate woman kana musasko over atobiwa zvake. So we moved in together. I was working, he was working, and we were being fair, because ndaitiwo ndikawanawo mari ndobva ndaisa mari yangu apa, iye yakewo yobva enda apa, then I will give him some money kuti ange achitumidzira amai vake kumba, then we will see what we will do with the rest of the money. That was in April. In May, then the guy, he disappeared. At that time when he disappeared, tainge tataura nyaya yekuti uri kufanira kuti unge uchiita passport, because taraona kuti vanhu vari kusungwa sei. Saka aingoti ndichienda kumba ndokubva angodisappear. That was when I honestly cried mukoma. Ndakatanga kuchema ndikati this guy, the reason as to why he has disappeared, it was because he has a wife. That was in the end of May. Then after that, in early June, he then told me that he was coming back to South Africa. He just called me with a Zim number. When he came back, I got over a passport, and he said that we are supposed to return back to Zim. And Akaramba, but his family, they convinced me otherwise. And when I returned back to Zim, Brother Nash, that was when I saw Guti, the guy who Rato and Nemari, because instead of dropping by kwavo kumasvingo, we then came here kuno kwatiri kugara manje kuHarare. So Mukoma Nashi, when we arrived at the house, which he told me that he was in the process of buying, I could not even believe it. But later on manje akabva azondirakidza kamaka container. Saka it was late at night, tainge tatopedza kutoita bonde. He then got up and he said that he's going to his car. When he returned back, he was holding a small container, and I saw it inside the container mainge muine a worm that was inside, and it was like, we have to make money very soon, we are going out fishing. So I just ignored him. So it confused me even more when he said that he did not want me to touch that small bottle of his no matter what. In fact, the next day, he then said, Kuti, iwo ndinokuziva kuti uri munhu ane too much smartness, you love cleaning, and please, this is now my corner. Ndokubva anotenga chimwe chicupboard chake, a very small cupboard, akabva aisa kabhodhoro ikako, ndo kanotogara mukupboard macho imomo kabhodhoro kacho. Akabva azondiudza kuti I was supposed to fix my passport, sezvo iyo ndainge ndakangondindisa departure yekuZim side. So takabva tazoibatisa pabhazi ikaenda kuSouth Africa ikanodhindwa in, and then ikabva yazodhindwa out yava kudzoka kunoko. So that was when he told me kuti he wanted to go to Dubai, and I was like, you want to take me to Dubai? Komari yacho uchaiwana kupi? Because it was not even making sense. Everything that he was telling me at that time, nothing was making sense to me anymore. And he was like, don't you want to go to Dubai? So we then went to Dubai, but kaenda ku Dubai mkoma. Ndakazotobheliva kuti sure we're going to Dubai. The day when he said dress up, we're going to town. So I dressed up, and then we went to this other travel agent. That was when I saw him booking everything in July. For 2 weeks we were in Dubai. and this guy at that time ndainge ndisingatombozivi kuti mari yacho iri kubva kupi. So in July for 2 weeks tainge titori kuDubai, and he told me kuti he had gotten this other very big contract, but ndichishamisika kuti munhu hakuna kana kubasa kwaainge achimboenda, aingoswerawo angori newe pamba achingoona maseries paNetflix. Mukomanashi, we spent the time there in Dubai, and then we returned back to Zim. Okay, when we returned back to Zim, Mukomanash, I even said, at least zvangu zvazoita. Now ndawanawo someone who can take care of me. So when we returned from Dubai, that was when ndikabva ndaroorwa mukoma. Kana mari iripo, like kuroorwa, it does not even take a very long time to organize everything. And when we came back from Dubai, what started to worry me is that andina kuzombogara ndakarara nemurume wangu. Of course we share the same bed, but he has been avoiding me. Kunyangwe ndikada kumubata anobva atsamwa. He no longer sleeps with me, he no longer wants us to cuddle. And nguva zhinji ndinozoti paya kana ndikapepuka ndikavhunduka, when I wake up I'll find out kuti he won't be in the bed with me. So naturally, as a woman, ndakabva ndatanga kufunga kuti maybe this guy is cheating on me, until last week. I then called my friend, this other friend of mine, then akabva auya tikabva tatanga kunamata. That was when my husband returned back home. And paakasvika tichinamata, he was so angry. I had never seen him so angry. He did not even greet my friend. He went straight to the bedroom. And the way that he banged the bedroom door, my friend was like, I think I need to go. This is my cue to leave. Ndokubva azobuda paipai, ndakatoenda tikatonomuperekedza kugate. So ndakatomuperekedza. Pandakazodzoka mukoma ndichinopinda mumba, ndikabva ndaona kuti murume wangu, he was waiting for me and he was angry. He started shouting. Akabva andeti ainge asingade kuti ndinge ndichishamwaridzana friend yangu uya akabva anditi handidi kuti unge uchienda kuchurch futi, otherwise unozongopedza mari yangu wava kudyiwa mari nemapastors kuchurch ikoko. And he was no longer that cool guy, but a very angry guy. He has told me kuti he was going to introduce me to new friends. He was like mvura haisangani neoil. Akabva ati vanhu vane mari, they don't mix and mingle nevanhu vasina mari. So he has since given me some numbers of some ladies. Iko zvino zvindakatojoiniswa group, and ndotoona kutoti iroro igroup revakadzi veMbinga. He has introduced me to his new rich friends, but I am worried because a couple of days ago tainge tichiita nyaya mugroup maya. That was when I spoke with one of the women, and she was like, sometimes nemurume wake they can even go for a year without sleeping together. Saka nai vanhu vaMwari zviri normal izvozvo, because excuse yaakandipa ndeyekuti hanzi kana murume wako, when he has his focus on becoming a multimillionaire, hanzi bonde does not even matter. Hanzi bonde rinongofungwa 24/7 nevanhu vari poor. Those are poor and broke, and all that they can think about is sex and nothing else. So I don't know kuti inini ndichazvikwanisa izvozvo zvekuti unozotoita bonde nemurume wako sometimes after a year, to last a year, sleeping with your husband, not being allowed to touch him. If it was like that, I'll say maybe. But what worries me is pose pandinomuka sometimes ndinoona kuti anenge asimo mubedroom neni, but ndinongoti ndikangobatwa nehope, like ndinongonzwa something so chinongoita kunge chandibata, ndobva ndatobatwa nehope, and ndongobatwa nehope for less than maybe 5 minutes, I can say. And pandinomuka manje ndinobva ndatoona kuti ko murume wangu zvaadzoka zvekare mubedroom, what is going on? So I once had a dream, and in my dream murume wangu akachinja. I don't want to lie, sezvo ndavawo nenguva ndisingasangani nemurume pabonde, ndinogara ndichiita wet dreams. So mukoma, I am constantly having these wet dreams. So I was like, you are here, kwainge kuri kuhope uku. Ndikabva ndati, baby, please give it to me, I have been missing you, just give it to me. He was like, no, handisi kuda. And I then forced him. Ndokubva ndaenda pamusoro pake ndichimumanikidza, but ndakazoti ndamutaridza ndikabva ndavhunduka, because ndakabva ndaziona kuti ndainge nditori pamusoro pegudo ndichitoita bonde negudo, but kuti ndinge ndichiregedza manje ndakabva ndatadza kuregedza because ndaitonzwa kutoti zvainge zvichindinakidza ndichitoona ndichitoita bonde negudo. I told him this dream, this was when he had left. Saka ndainge ndakanganwa hope idzodzo ndobva ndazomuudza kuti I had this dream, I don't know the meaning of that dream. So when he came back home later that evening ndakabva ndaona kuti ainge aine zvimwe zvemishonga zvaainge ainazvo. Ndikabva ndati ko mava kuita futi zvemishonga here? Akabva anditi kana angori natural herbs. Ndokubva asanganisa mishonga yaya nemvura akabva ati tariraone ndiri kutobvisa uroi. Ndokubva atotanga anwa, akanwa, he then gave me, ndokubva ndanwawo mushonga uya uchivava. Akabva andiudza kuti mushonga uyu wainge uchazodzinga zvikwambo, kana kuri kunzi pane ainge achitumidzira zvikwambo zvake kuti zvinge zvichiuya kuzorara neni. Right now I am worried. Handidi hangu kana kukunyeperai. I am worried nekuti mumba mune kabhodhoro ako kane gonye mukati. Handisati hangu ndambobata cupboard, but akatondirakidza gonye iroro akanditi ndiri kukurakidza because handisi kuda kuti unge uchizobata. This is my men's corner. So when I am doing whatever that I am doing, then I always avoid kuti ndinge ndichibata kakabhodhi ikako. Uye zvekare iye akaramba kunditsvakira maid because the house it is really big. So the reason as to why ndakamuti ndiri kukumbira kuti unge uchinditsvakira maid, it is because sometimes I get scared because anowanzokuya kumba. Let's say akabuda kana kuma 4 p.m. paanozodzoka kumba, sometimes it will be around 1 a.m. You can just imagine kuti ndinenge ndiri ndega all alone, and then ndichitya, haadi kuti ndinge ndichiita ma-friends. So as someone that will be so scared, so ndakangozviudza kuti kana akanditsvakirawo maid, then ndinenge ndiina maid tichitandara waiting for him to return back home. I am worried about that dream that I had when I saw him becoming a baboon. I am worried kuti ko mari yacho akaiwana kupi. I am worried kuti ko ava vanhu vane mari dzavo ava, like iye akatanga kuwirirana navo sei. We have been to their houses, mukomanashi, it's like a movie. Those people, they are too rich. Vanhu vaive kuti vane mari yekuti I am sure kuti they don't even know how much money they have. Like ndo vanhu vacho vanowirirana navo, and handizivi kuti akatanga kuwirirana navo sei. Vedare ndo message iyo yandakatumidzirwa ichibva kuna vahanzvadzi vedu. Please ngatizamei kuti tinge tichitaura navo vahanzvadzi vedu ava mucomment section. Strange things indeed they do happen in this world. Hey.